use at home. Okay, and you may have one, I don't know. But on most of them, you should be able to type in all this and it'll do it for you. But in this case, so you got -2 times 5. We're going to do it inside of the parentheses first and give me -1. And I got a 5 times -2. Okay, this same thing. What's it mean? It's right next to the parentheses. That 5 right next to that parentheses.
Multiply.
It means multiply. So you're really, actually, it should look like -2 times 5 times -1. Okay? This part's going to give me -10 times, and I still have that -1. Okay? A negative is going to be positive. 10 times 1 is just 10. Okay, so this one, if you had to do it by hand, it has a lot more steps, right? But if you accidentally put +1 here, it's going to screw up your actual answer, and so I don't really feel like that's fair. Okay, and so this is what I mean by more points for more stuff. However, if you only write me 10, which you should be doing, you should be showing me some work, okay, at least you can write this part out. Like if you use a calculator and it does it all for you, you should at least have this and this on your paper. Okay, if you don't do all this, that's fine. However, that comes with a cost, and I want you guys to be thinking about those things. So if you don't do any of this and you just write this and this, I don't know where you went wrong, and so it's hard for me to give you those partial points when I can't see any of your work. Okay, so those are things that you need to think about. It's a gamble, okay? And do it however you want to, but you at least need to show what you typed in the calculator and what your answer was, okay? But like I said, it's totally up to you. I know it's kind of nerve-wracking to take the first quiz because you don't really know what the teacher's going to do, how hard it's going to be, how long it's going to be. Okay, the first quiz is just nerve-wracking in general. It always is for me too, like when I was in college. So just don't worry. We'll figure it out. If you don't do good, then that's okay. We'll fix it. It's no big deal. It's just a quiz. It's not like end of the world. Okay, write each as a verbal expression. So what does a verbal expression mean? Okay, so when we talk about verbal, what's verbal mean?
With your mouth.
Verbal means with your mouth. Okay, what's expression mean? There's a difference between expression and evaluate. And what is it?
Expression is writing it out.
Expression is writing it out, and evaluate is an answer. Perfect. Okay, so this as a verbal expression means write it out. Okay, and the verbal, we already said, is with your mouth. Okay, so I'm just going to put a happy face. Okay, so if we wrote it out with our mouth, how would we say that out loud? Well, we would say n minus, because we have to write it out, 16 equals 50. Okay, now, you should probably write these out. Do I care? No. Write 16. You don't need to spell 16 out. If you're feeling that like great and you have that much time, feel free, okay? But you don't need to write each word out. I know what 16, how to spell 16, okay? It's more or less working with the minus and the equals to make sure you know how to say the symbol, okay? 15, I know you're going to be tempted to give me an answer. You are going to be tempted and evaluate that when you're not supposed to. And we just talked about what's evaluate means an actual answer. We're not looking to evaluate, we're doing a verbal expression. So we would say this verbally as 12 minus 5. Okay, that's how we would want to say it verbally. Don't write me 7 and circle it for your answer. Okay, pay attention to the directions, what section that you're in. Somebody's going to do it. It may not be in this class, but I guarantee you somebody will do it tomorrow. Friday. What's today? Wednesday. Yeah, so Friday. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to do one of these. So it says Ashley has $5 but gets $1 a day from her mom. Write an expression that models the situation. So we talked about this before, but we got B plus, or it could be minus, MX. Okay, where B is your start value And your m on the x part is, I don't even know how to explain that, like the constant thing that keeps happening. So I guess I could say that. The constant thing, okay? In math terms, okay, it's called the slope, but that's silly, okay? It's the constant thing that keeps happening every single time, okay? So she starts out with $5, and it says, but gets. So is gets gonna be plus or minus? So, yeah, there you go. So plus, and she gets $1 every day. Okay, every single day she gets $1. Okay, Monday she gets $1. Tuesday she gets $1. Wednesday she gets $1. So the dollar is the constant thing that keeps happening. Okay, 18 you guys are gonna do. Okay, I got 19, 20, and 21. So I'm gonna do 20. Okay, so simplify each expression. What does that mean in layman's terms? Nobody? Okay, in layman's terms, this category is to combine like terms. Okay, some of these things, I don't know if some of you guys have a way to print this worksheet, but that would probably be a good idea, and write yourself some notes on there. But it means combine like terms, okay? So simplify each expression means to combine like terms. So for number 20, I have a negative 5x and a positive 5x. Okay, can those be combined? Okay, well, yeah, they can. They both have the same last name of x. So we can combine them. So negative 5 plus 5 is going to be 0x. Or you can just write 0. Okay? Either one of those works. I would get in the habit of just writing the x on there. That's not the correct way to do it, but it does, to me, make more sense. Okay? Okay, 22. So 22, same thing. We are combining like terms. So what are we going to do first?
Distribute.
We got to distribute. Perfect. So you're going to go boom, boom. Okay, and what number is with that n?
1.
It's a 1. So right here in front of this n, there's that ghost 1. So this negative 1, we're not doing anything with it yet. So 4 times 3 is going to be plus 12. And 4 times 1 is going to be 4n, because I have one n. And then when you say, there's a rule, okay? When you combine like terms, there's a rule. You can have one term or two terms, but no more than that. Okay, so by that I mean we have one term, two terms, three terms. That means that something can be combined and we are not finished. Okay, you can have one term or two terms. So for example, up here, we had one term left. Okay, we combine them. We started out with one term, two terms. We combine it to one term. Okay, but you can never have, you can, but we're never going to have more than two. Okay, so you should have one or two terms left. And we say, well, what can we combine over here? Well, you can combine this 12 and this negative 1 to give you a positive 11. And the 4n can't be combined with anything, so it's just going to be 4n. Okay, so before you guys go off on your own tomorrow, okay, I want you to be aware. So tomorrow you're going to have a review day 3 worksheet. I don't want to use the word exactly, but it's going to look exactly like your quiz, okay? And the whole point of that is just to see, to make sure, A, you can do it in that amount of time, B, you can do it, and C, that's the good time to ask me questions. Okay, so tomorrow, yes, you need to log on. I would highly suggest staying on in case you have a question, but you don't have to. I will not teach any of it tomorrow, so it will look exactly like a quiz, but you still need to get on and say, hey, Miss Henning, I'm here. and either stay on and do the work in case you have a question, or just get off and go on and do it, okay? Friday, I know, Bree, you're not usually late, but I'm gonna pick on you. Okay, Friday is the quiz day, so make sure that you're here on time. The quiz only stays open for that time slot, okay? So, and that's unfortunate, especially for the students that get time and a half. So I'm gonna try to make the quiz doable within that time frame. Luckily, you guys are fourth period, so you already have a longer time frame that you can do that, okay? So